What's motivating me to go back to work is the fact that I like to do a little few extra things. And because I'm not quite 59 and a half to pull from my 401s or whatever, it becomes a little bit of a struggle. Not much, but a little bit. So I figured if I had another job, I wouldn't feel like I don't have to stress. My name is Cynthia Maschat. I live in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I am 57 years old. I was born in Saginaw, Michigan, and raised mostly in Flint. This is Miss Layla Maschat. Miss Layla, I keep her at least once or twice a week, and mostly on the weekends. I worked at the VA for 22 years as of May 2006, which gave me a total of 32 years of federal service. Over the years at the VA, I was first a purchasing agent and then a contract specialist. The 19th of June of 2006, I went to work at the Genesee Regional Chamber of Commerce in Flint, Michigan. That was the umbrella for the Procurement Technical Assistance Center as a procurement counselor. And as a procurement counselor, all I was doing was kind of opposite of what I was doing at the VA. Instead of buying for the government, I was showing small businesses how to get those government contracts. Then they started downsizing because of the economy. And I thought, you know what? If it happens, it happens. I didn't complain about it. I said because I had retired. So it was not like I didn't have the steady other income, but because I had retired long before I had that job, before being unemployed, there was, I was old school for the government, so I had that pension. In July 2009, I was released from my duties. They cut that position. When people would start to lose their homes, I was in the midst of signing papers to buy a new home. The market had dropped tremendously, so it was kind of on the low. It was very much on the low side because from where they started out in the idea of what they wanted for this house and what I purchased it for was almost $50,000 less than what they started out. So it really was very comfortable. It was a comfortable, and I didn't buy to say, oh, I got to have another job to make that payment. When I purchased, I said, okay, my pension is what my major income. I was not even necessarily using the job that I was in, that income. That was not a factor in what house I purchased. That was not a factor in what that house payment was going to be, that mortgage payment was going to be. The factor in it was, would my pension be enough and still give me enough to run my household? So that's what I did. That's the way I was looking. I looked for something that was going to give me a sense of freedom, and anything over that was going to be the extra. I just kind of work with what I have. Because as the years, when I moved back to Michigan in '81, because I didn't feel I was living outside of my means, I stayed within those means, raised my children. I stayed in those means and never really went outside of them. Everybody has the credit cards and stuff, but I mean, to say, okay, I got to have a big house, or I have to have this my biggest thing was I didn't depend on somebody else. I am looking for a job. I decided because I had been in procurement and purchasing for so long, I decided it was time for a change. I had one career. Now it's time for a second career. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. So in the last 2 or 3 months, I've been working with Michigan Works and unemployment. As of next Monday, August the 9th, I will start classes to be a pharmacy technician at Dorsey Schools. And it will take me 7.5 months to be able to go and do my certification, statewide certification to be a pharmacy tech. And then as I looked in different jobs, I've been looking for different jobs. I note that pharmacy techs can be hired before they're certified. So just last week, I went and revamped my resume. Did it instead of the chronological state, I did it as the functional, and so I could start putting that particular resume out there so people could see that resume. And I understand what people say, well, I might as well stay home and get my unemployment. But when that unemployment runs out, then what are you what have you done in the meantime? What have you done to say I can get this $12, $15 hour job in that 2 years you got? What did you do? And so, and this is because I'm starting in the second year, I needed to have something to say, this is what I've done. I have that associate's degree, which gives me one up on some people. But then a lot of people out there that don't have jobs have their master's degrees. I do my best. I do what I can. You know, I may not have a dime in the bank, but when it's necessary, when it's needed, it's there. And I really contribute a lot of that is my faith that it will be okay, because I know what I know when it comes to God providing for me.